Yo, emergency podcast time. I wasn't expecting much Bears news to be dropping on this Thursday afternoon, May 30th. But we have breaking Bears news, ladies and gentlemen. The Bears are going to be featured officially as the Hard Knocks team training camp with the Chicago Bears. And I know some of us had really actually thought that this could be a possibility, that this was going to happen. All the buzz, all the hype from this offseason with Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, and the team, just kind of being on the fringe of possibly being a playoff team. Bears have never been on Hard Knocks before. They've never worked with HBO in the past. And this is happening. This is real. I'm going to give you some hard-hitting facts on why I personally don't think that, although, like the NFL fan in me loves this. Like, absolutely loves this. I've been to Hallis Hall for a couple training camps before. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing things in Hallis Hall that, the general public might not have ever seen or have had access to in the past. But I'm going to put some facts out there on why I think this is bad juju for the Bears, and why, although right now this seems fun and exciting and sexy, like this might not necessarily be as amazing as we all think it is. Again, this is emergency podcast time. Bear Necessities podcast. I'm John Presdowski. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Again, I wasn't expecting to do this today, but yet here we are. I want to talk about some things for Hard Knocks before we get into all the excitement. And I'm really not trying to be a Debbie Downer here. Like, I really don't want to go down that road. There are some concerns of mine, though, and I know I can't be the only one. When I think of Hard Knocks, I think about, I feel like that the end of July, early August, when like preseason football is just right around the docket, and like we're just itching for football. Like we've getting out of the dog days of summer. Baseball season's coming to an end, or like baseball season just needs to end because everyone is just so thirsty for football. And Hard Knocks training camp, I mean, any NFL fan out there that has access to HBO like knows like just how like cool behind the scenes access you get. Now the show has gone down a few seasons here and there. I wasn't crazy about the duo Chargers Rams training camp season, but this is going to be interesting. I mean, you have like an original NFL team in the Chicago Bears that have never been on this. I mean, like they've had the Jets, they've had the Giants, like they've I don't believe they've had the Steelers on, but I could be wrong. I mean, like this is one of like the founding NFL franchises. I don't think Green Bay has ever been on it. And we're going to see this behind the scenes all access look inside Hallis Hall and all the Bears players and undrafted free agents that we really don't know too much about, guys that are on the bubble, on the fringe of making the roster, like that. That's the Hard Knocks that really is going to excite me as a fan of the show that I've been watching for so many years. But this show that has been around for so many years, in my opinion, and I don't know about you guys, I think it's kind of bad juju for a lot of teams. Now check this out. Since 2001, 14 teams have appeared on the show. The 2010 New York Jets are like the only exception that have made the playoffs and reached the conference title game with Mark Sanchez that season. The Jets also appeared on last year's training camp with the New York Jets, as you saw Aaron Rodgers in his new gear, and we all knew what happened just 15 seconds into that game, that opening game at MetLife. But like, again, I don't like this for the Bears, like possibly making the playoffs in their first year. Again, like in general, like teams have a bad track record when you go on Hard Knocks. I'm gonna explain why this too. The 2015 Houston Texans, the 2009, the 2013 Bengals, they were on it twice, the 2010 Jets, and the 2001 Ravens. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 seasons of however long this show has been on the air for, roughly 20 seasons now. Only 5 teams have made the playoffs. That's not looking great if you're a Bears fan. it's like coming out to like almost like a 35% chance that the Bears would make the playoffs now that they're on Hard Knocks. Like this is what concerns me. Another thing, just as well as I know, the Bears have a rookie quarterback. His name's Caleb Williams, right? The guy is a rookie. He needs to learn the playbook. I understand how marketable he is and what an interesting character and celebrity he is and already and will become in this city, if not even more now. I truly think like this show is going to make you either love or hate Caleb Williams even more. Like there's going to be no middle ground. Like people are going to be like, he's whatever. Like you're either going to love the guy or you're just like not going to understand him at all. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand Caleb Williams, and that's why they don't like him. Again, I am just I'm excited. I have this is so bittersweet for me being a Bears fan because I knew this was going to happen. Like I've been telling my friends, my family for the last couple years now, like it's only a matter of time. The next 5 years, we're going to be on Hard Knocks, and like if there ever was going to be a year for the Bears to be, headlighted, and focused on, like this was it. Like this was going to be the year. So does this come to me as a shock, as a surprise? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Again, just listing off those teams. There's only been 5 teams since 2001 that have made the playoffs after being on Hard Knocks. The 2015 Houston Texans, the 2009 and 2013 Bengals, the 2010 New York Jets, who made the conference championship with Mark Sanchez, and the 2001 Ravens. I do think that the Lions like really showed out when they were on it 2 seasons ago. And I really thought they like put their staple in the ground and they were like, yo, we're the Detroit Lions and like we're coming, we're back. And I can only hope that that's exactly what's going to happen with the Bears here. Like we know that this roster has completed an enormous overhaul thanks to Ryan Poles, where he received the roster to where it is now. There are some really interesting things here at play. I get it. I understand why HBO and the NFL want it to be the Bears. I get it. I get it. I think viewership is going to be off the charts. You have the third largest market here. Everybody is going to want to watch this, whether you're a fan of the Bears being on Hard Knocks or not. Like, everyone's going to watch it. August 6th, this will be 5 days after the Hall of Fame game between the Bears and the Texans, will be the first episode aired. I'm interested. I am. I'm just concerned. I'm concerned based on teams' track records that this isn't, although this is awesome behind the scenes access to some of our favorite players. Like I hope we get to see behind the scenes in the life of DJ Moore, because I think he's not only a great football player, but even a better person. I'm interested to see how big of a doofus Matt Eberflus really is in his personal life. Um, like I understand our head coach has quite the glow up, and he looks the part now, but deep down, I still have a lot of reservations about Matt Eberflus, and is he the guy? Is he the guy that is going to take us to that next level? Or will this roster, will Caleb Williams, will that offense, will the defense kind of mask those deficiencies from our head coach? I think Ryan Poles is going to be a bona fide star, your general manager. Like, I think Ryan Poles is going to steal the show. And he's going to show everybody that didn't know who Ryan Poles was before why Ryan Poles is the man. And why the Bears are in this position as we speak. And why the Bears have found themselves to be a fun, up-and-coming team that has yet to prove it, of course. Bears need to actually prove it and win games. That's what we're all waiting on. I'm excited, but I'm also just a little concerned. Because I think this is one of the most important off seasons in Bears history. And I just hope it doesn't get shadowed by the cameras being there, by the whole NFL country, NFL world being able to have this access into what most Bears fans really have never seen. You know, like the general public really isn't allowed to go inside Hallis Hall and see the cafeteria and the weight room and like that part will be so cool. It'll be so cool, and I don't think that will be a distraction whatsoever. But this offense like needs to come together in year one with Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, Gerald Everett, all these newcomers. Like a lot is at stake here, and I just really hope and pray that with HBO being there for the 4, 5, 6 weeks that they're going to be there filming up there in Lake Forest, that like that's not going to negatively impact the Bears getting off to a good start this year. Because I'm going to let you guys know right now, if the Bears lose week 1 at home to Tennessee, and I know it's just one game, and I know we have a starting rookie quarterback here, like that is a game the Bears need to have. And that is a game that the Bears need to win and get this season off on a right start. And I understand how cool this is going to be. And people that aren't Bears fans will be tuning in to watch our team. And I think that is awesome and refreshing. And it makes me feel good. Like, wow, like, like look at where we were and look at where we are now. Look at where we're heading. And I really thought the season 2 years ago with the Detroit Lions, like that is what we saw. But we followed Dan Campbell. And Dan Campbell was such a great leader of men. Like, like he's a great head coach. What is Matt Eberflus going to do in this show? Like I think we're gonna be so fixated on Caleb Williams and Ryan Poles and DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and some of the guys on the defense. Maybe Jalen Johnson's going to be a feature guy. I'm curious if they're going to talk about Justin. And although that is in the past and that's not relevant anymore, that was a big part of what we just came out of. Is the Justin Fields era, and now we're in the Caleb Williams era. And like, will we talk about that? Will HBO reference just how long and how much the city has been waiting for a winner and just so ready for the dude, for the guy to be our guy and take over and lead us to a place that we really haven't been in a long, long time. Like that's a lot. That's a lot for Caleb Williams to deal with. And I know on the surface, he seems like he can handle it. He really can. But like this is going to be an even more further deep dive access that like is he ready for that? Is he ready for that? Is he ready for the spotlight to be on him even more than it already is? The pessimistic Bears fan in me, again, is concerned. I think this is so cool and so unique and such a cool moment as a Bears fan, but at the same time, I have some problems with this. I have some issues with this, and I hope I'm wrong. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I'm wrong. I hope the Bears like absolutely use this amazing publicity and just go on a tear and surprise the whole NFL world and become what the Texans were last year. Many people think the Bears are going to be this year. They're going to be the new team on the block, the NFL Cinderella team. Like, trust me, I'm with you all. That's all I hope and pray for. But history has shown that teams that go on this show do not fare all that well in making the playoffs and maybe not making the playoffs this year. Maybe that's okay for some Bears fans. It's not for me. I think this team was good enough to, be one of the last wild card teams last year, the way they finished the season. We would have a different conversation if they didn't blow games to Detroit and Denver. I thought the roster was good enough to just make it in last year. And now look where we are this year and how on paper this offense looks downright scary. And you're returning a top 10 defense at full health. I'm excited, but I have some concerns. And I hope you could bear with me when I'm listing these concerns out. I really do. But I'm excited. I'm excited. Again, May 30th. I didn't think we would have Bears news, but I had to get on here. I had to talk, and I had to vent a little bit. And I'm glad you listened to me, because I just needed to say it. I needed to say it. I needed to get it out there. So thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate it, and we'll catch you guys soon. Peace.